So this is part 2. And then we suddenly I have to pee, and then we went to the restroom, and thankfully my mom was there. Like, and then there was something. I'm like, what did? And then my mom said, that's it. Yeah. Okay, Sophie, you can go next. So what happened was we were camping. Oh, we were camping, and then we were finding for some woods to start the s'mores. And then there was something squishy, and then I slipped. I'm okay. And then I got the logs, and then we started and there was like a lake, and then we went swimming at the lake, and then there was something like red flowing, and I'm like, what the heck? And like all my friends saw that. It was like school camp, and then my teacher was like, oh, what's happening? Oh my gosh, what's that? And then I'm like, oh, I don't know. And I'm like crying, like my tears are falling out of my face. And then and then about 1 hour later they checked my shorts, and yeah, and that's it. Veronica. Okay, so I was also at school, and I sat on my table. I stood up, and then I was about to walk to my next class, and my teacher was like, wait. She looked at my skirt. She was like, what's that? And I'm like, what do you mean? And I'm like, oh, is that blood? And then she rang my mom. She put her mom, and then I'm like, oh. And then yeah, I found out. Mia. Okay, so what happened was we're at the restaurant. We were at the restaurant, and then I'm like, so I was about to go to get some food. It was a buffet, and then I'm like, what's that? There was blood at the chair. I thought someone just pranked me, like I thought it was my brother. I like, and but my brother was at the ice cream station the whole time, and then mom looked at me and she looked at my underwear, and then like, yeah, that's it. Leah. So I was at the park, and then it was raining, and then it was raining like so hard, and then we were running to get to our home. It's just walking distance, but it's pretty far. It's a little far, and we were running we're running so fast, like we're like vroom vroom vroom, and then like I'm like, and then there, and then while we were running, I'm like, wait, guys, wait. They're like, what do you mean? It's like a thunderstorm. I looked at the floor. There was like 10 drops of like blood. It's possibly not ketchup because like it's very liquidy. It's like strawberry syrup for some reason. And then I'm like, wait, look, it's coming. Look, it's coming from my butt. And then they were like, do you think I should call your mom? I was like, please, because I didn't bring my phone that time. I left it at home because it was literally like low battery, like 4%. So I had to charge it, and then yeah, I called my mom, and then she saw it, and I'm like, honey, I think you got your period. And I'm like, what's a period? She explained it to me, and then yeah, that's it. I got it already. Next, Camilla. Okay, so we were at the restaurant too, just like me. And we were at the restaurant, and then we went to the bathroom, and then luckily my mom was there, and so I'm like and it's a little embarrassing when my mom is with me. When my mom is with me, I usually it's embarrassing for me when I was like a little teenage, and and then that's it. I got it, and I asked for a tampon. I asked for a tampon from my big sister. My big sister was outside, and then my mom was at the other cubicle. But she's so near me. I said, it was actually my little sister. She's 4 years old, and then we went, hey, there's a machine there at the back of you, and then she went, uh-huh, and then I gave her a coin. I said, here, insert it in the mini hole, and press the tampon button, and luckily she did it, and then she passed it on to me, and then yeah, I please, and then that's it. I asked, yeah, that's it. Okay, your turn. Your turn. Your turn, Jeannie. Okay, so what happened was we were buying some boba, and then I don't know why, but sometimes I sit down with my hand at my butt. No, like, my hand goes first before my butt, and then like, it has blood. I'm like, Mom, look, and then she looked at my, and then she looked everywhere, like at my underwear, at my shorts, like crazy, and then I'm like, oh, she said, it's probably a period, and my stomach was hurting so badly, and then yeah, Trisha. So what happened was we were at the store. We were at the grocery store, and and then I was like la 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 la, and then like I'm jumping so happily, and then suddenly I felt so tired afterwards. And then I went to the bathroom. I was so tired. I was looking at the mirror, and because they say like if you got your period, you're gonna become fat. But I was like so thin that time, and then I was like, this is my time. Like I'm finally gonna become. But like I barely have any more fats left. Wait, for real? Yeah. And then yeah. And we were at the and then my mom's buying some bread and some peanut butter and cheese and some milk, I think. And then I was like, Mom, 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 Mom. And my mom was like, wait. And then I said, my stomach hurts. And then she said, really? And then we went to the bathroom. We went to the bathroom. And then I was like, I was panting. And then I'm like, okay, Mom. And then she looked at the toilet. She was like, honey, do you feel okay? I said, yeah, my stomach just hurts. And then she said, oh, okay. And she told me, I honey, I'm so sad. She, I'm like, why? And she said, you're a teenager now. Okay, what? And I said, what this has to do with being a teenager with just, like, things? My stomach used to hurt when I was, like, 6 years old. And then she said, no, you got a period. And then I already know what a period was, and I, no! Okay, your turn, Shane. Your turn, Sheila. Okay, so what happened was we're the thing is we were at Disneyland. You're so lucky you guys appeared at Disneyland for some reason. So we went to Disneyland. We were riding a roller coaster, and then I threw up after the roller coaster. Ew. Yeah, ew. And then I was like, I need to sit. And then I sat down, and I was like, I'm so tired. And then when I stood up, yeah, blood. Paige. Okay, so I was at school, not same as Camilla, because we were just 1 year apart when we got our period. So we, uh, I was at school. We were still not at the high school. We were not at the same school. We were at the elementary one, and then I'm like, and my stomach really hurts. And then like I went to the bathroom, and I know period already. I got it, and then I felt my underwear. I felt something was literally dripping. And then I asked Camilla was also there. I said, Camilla, could you grab me some napkin? I think I got it. She went, are you okay? I said, yeah, I'm okay. And then she gave me it, and I'm like, yeah, that's it. I got my period. And then, yeah. Last one, Leela. Okay, so what happened was, we're at the cinema. Not a perfect timing. And then there was like a stain at my butt. Like, the thing is, I was wearing white jeans, which is not the thing. Like there's like a spot already. But good thing the cinema seats didn't got, which is good. For some reason, my mom smelled my butt. No, like she smelled my freaking jeans, and then it smells like blood, honey. I did not know what the heck is a period, and I'm like, what? Is there something wrong? Am I gonna die? And then they said, no, it's perfectly normal. You're becoming a teenager. And when I was a kid, I really, really wanted to be a teenager because I thought it would be so fun and I look mature enough. So yeah, that's it. So that was our period. Are you guys done? Yes. Did you have fun? No. Oh.